Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Thank you for joining us for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for the trading week of November 25th through November 29th, Thanksgiving week. We're in part 2 of our weekly trading game plan. We'll be selecting our top swing trading stocks to watch, stocks in our bullpen, stocks in our shopping list. We'll also discuss how we can use dividend payers and several option strategies to generate income while we wait for our top swing trading stocks to set up. So let's get started. So here's our Google document with our notes for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for November 25th through November 29th. We keep our notes for our weekly trading game plans in publicly accessible Google documents. Our notes documents contain links to bonus videos, to the tools and resources we use to trade our top swing trading stocks to watch, etc. If you have not already seen part 1 of our weekly trading game plan for this week, titled Make Money Trading Thanksgiving Week, we would highly recommend you also view part 1, as that contains our market analysis, trade strategies, trade ideas for this trading week. We keep all of our notes Google documents in a publicly accessible Google Drive folder, so you can refer back to the notes for part 1 for this week, as well as previous weekly trading game plans. And you can find a direct link also to that Google Drive folder in the description box below. So firstly, with trade updates, we didn't really change any positions this week. So if it would help you make money trading, help you succeed in your trading career, to see when we enter or exit a trade, you can get real-time notification of our entries or exits into trades. Again, I don't recommend anyone blindly follow us or anyone else into or out of a trade. But again, if it would help you make money trading, help you succeed in your trading career, to see our entries and exits, you can get real-time notification by joining our Patreon. We recently discussed how you can use our trade alerts to make money trading, and you can access that previous discussion video via the bonus link in the Discord or in the notes. We also have several additional channels in our Discord available to our Patreon members with additional alerts that I'll briefly show you. So firstly, I have a Thinkorswim TOS alerts channel in our Discord. I set up price alerts in Thinkorswim. When those get triggered, they get automatically posted in the Thinkorswim alerts channel in our Discord. So you can see when Shutterstock recently hit a 52-week low, when SOP hit its 52-week low, then we get automated alerts in the Thinkorswim channel. If I follow that up with an actual trade, then I will reply to that Thinkorswim alert in the Thinkorswim channel. If I make a trade not directly related to a Thinkorswim alert, then we'll post that in the trade alerts channel. So you can see when we got assigned a cash secured put on end phase. So we'll post those types of alerts in the trade alerts channel. We also have an alerts channel with alerts generated by our automated systems when stocks are moving up, breaking out, near our price targets, etc. And you can hear how you can get alerted when stocks are moving up, breaking out, near a price target, etc. via the link to the video in our notes. Also a great way to see sector rotations, changes in sentiment, reversals in the market. So again, on our alerts channel, we have all kinds of automated alerts. We see when XLI, the industrial sector, was breaking out, when BOO, so SPYs, moving up, etc. So again, another great way for short-term traders, day traders. Here we see uranium breaking out. So again, a great additional real-time alerts system that you can use to see sector rotations, changes in sentiment, reversals in the market, etc. And you can also get access to that alerts channel by joining our Patreon. Welcome, RT, Gerald Fitz. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you're doing well. So next, we'll quickly go over our top swing trading stocks to watch list, go over what we have right now in our notes, and then we'll also look at them in our watch list Google document or Google Sheet, and then the charts in Webull. So firstly, right now, we only have 2 in our top swing trading stocks to watch list. The first is SARK, which is the short on ARK-K. So saw ARK-K swing back up, relatively close to its 52-week high, again with the exuberance in the market this week. So if ARK-K hits near or above that 52-week high, then we would be looking at that as the trigger to go short on SARK. Again, ARK-K and Cathie Wood's ARK funds have a lot of money-losing stocks, with the exception of Tesla. And we'll talk about the potential effect of tax loss harvesting, tax loss selling going into the end of the month. And I think that may give us a good opportunity to short ARK-K using SARK. The other one is SRTY or TZA. This is the short on the Russell. So again, the Russell had a big run this week. So we'll see if it tests its all 52-week high. Again, I would use the trigger. This is the 3-year high in the Russell at about 244.46. I would look for a top or hitting that resistance level, swinging back down in the Russell. Again, Russell has also a lot of small cap, big money losing stocks. So again, in my humble opinion, I think it might be a candidate for a turnaround reversal down based on tax loss harvesting, tax loss selling going into the end of the year. And again, I would use that top or resistance level in IWM to determine the entry point into SRTY. So now you can also watch our top swing trading stocks to watch list, as well as our bullpen stocks and our shopping list stocks, etc. in our new watch list Google Sheet. And you can get 24/7 access to our watch list Google Sheet, also by joining our Patreon. And we have a whole series of videos on how you can use our watch list Google Sheet to watch our top swing trading stocks to watch, etc. And we recently also discussed the addition of PE and average true range, and also how you can use the price targets that we'll see in our watch list Google Sheet, support and resistance, buy at, sell at, to determine your entry points based on your trading style in our watch list Google Sheet. So our watch list Google Sheet gets automatically regenerated at the end of each day. So we can see we've got our top swing trading stocks to watch in the watch list sheet. Again, we've got support and resistance, price targets, buy at, sell at. Again, these are our targets, our support and resistance levels. You may choose to enter or exit at different times. You can see the risk reward profiles. Access their profiles, see earnings information, dividend information, optionality, and also now their PE and ATR. Obviously, these are ETFs, they don't have PEs, but you can use the ATR to also set your stops. So we hope that all helps. If I do make any changes to our watch list after our watch list Google Sheet has been generated, and I will post those changes in the stocks watch list updates channel in our Discord, which our Patreon members also have access to. And another enhancement that I've recently done, so we can see when we added Shutterstock to our bullpen aftermarket, I added that to the stock watch list update channel. And again, another enhancement I've started doing is when we make changes to our puts ROIC Google Sheet, which we will also review later on. I posted those updates also to the stock watch list updates channel in our Discord. So you can see we're adding SOXL at the 25 strike December expiration, and I added that to our puts ROIC Google Sheet on November 20th. Also, I lowered the price target, the strike price on our Shutterstock puts from 30 to 27.50 on the 20th. So again, if I make updates after the puts ROIC Google Sheet's been generated, and we'll also post those to the stock watch list channel in our Discord. And again, you can get access to all of that by joining our Patreon. Welcome to Ricky Khan. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. So just very quickly, if we look at our top swing trading stocks to watch list in Webull as well, and we'll use ARK-K. See the recent top in ARK-K about 58.49. See its cycle swung back up. We'll see if it tests that previous high or gets rejected off that resistance level. Either of those could be a possible entry point into SARK. So again, SARK is the short on ARK-K. Similarly, top on IWM, you can see it's headed back up, possibly retest its recent high. We'll see where it tops out, rejects, and then that would be the entry point into SRTY, or again, if you'd prefer TZA, you can compare the risk-reward profiles and the nature of compositions of SRTY versus TZA. We have the bonus link in the to the video in the notes, also in our ETFs Google Sheet. So I hope that all helps. Let me grab a drink and then we'll also go over our bullpen stocks for this week. Just a quick reminder, if you're not already using Webull, they're still offering up to 40 free fractional shares of stock if you open and fund your account with $2,000 or more. Under $2,000, you can get up to 20 free fractional shares of stock, each worth $3,000 to $3,000. They also offer additional promotions, like they're emailing me bonus. I think it's 3.5% still bonus interest on uninvested cash. So if you join, open your account in Webull with our affiliate link in the description box below, you can get access, get all your fractional shares of stock, any additional promotions that they're offering at the time, and also help support our BeachBum trading community, which we greatly appreciate. Welcome, Fairchild. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. So here's our bullpen stocks. If you're new to our community, concept of the bullpen stocks are ones that don't necessarily have the setup right now for our top swing trading stocks to watch list, but I've identified that they may in the near future. So we put them in the bullpen, revisit them periodically. And if their setup improves, we can put them in the game, move them up to our top swing trading stock to watch list. If they break down or run away, then we can just take them out of the bullpen and revisit them again in the future. So firstly, we've got AEHR Test Systems. This is a semiconductor and equipment materials company. They do test semiconductors. We've had AEHR before, and we've done several quick take due diligence on AEHR in the past, so you can hear more about our thesis behind AEHR via the links to the videos and the notes. So again, we added a couple semiconductors prior to NVIDIA's earnings, thinking that might give us an opportunity with some lesser known semiconductors, AI adjacent plays. So AEHR being one, HIMX technology being another. So we also have that in our bullpen. Another one we've traded profitably in the past, and you can hear our discussions, previous due diligence on HIMX technologies via the links to the videos in our notes. I've left BITI in our bullpen. Again, we're already long BITI. We went, which is the short on Bitcoin futures. We went long right after the election results, probably way too early as Bitcoin is, testing that 100,000 level. But for your benefit, we've left that in the bullpen. Also, it's possible I may add to this position if Bitcoin rejects off that 100,000 level and heads down dramatically, again, I could add to our position in BITI, again, shorting Bitcoin futures. Again, this is based on Bitcoin futures, not necessarily the spot Bitcoin. So we watch BTC/BTC and Thinkorswim to determine the resistance level for Bitcoin futures. We also have other ETFs that you can use to short Bitcoin, and you can hear our comparison discussions of the various ETFs you can use to short Bitcoin via the bonus link in the notes. Also, we added land back to our bullpen, and we also have land in our shopping list. This is a REIT on farmland. They had negative earnings. They probably need to sell off some of their holdings. That may be a potential catalyst. They pay a small dividend. But again, we're looking for more of a swing back up. And again, potential catalysts if they sell off some of their underperforming properties, might get a swing back up or a pop back up into land again. SLP we've been watching. This is Simulation Plus. This is a healthcare related company. It did bounce back up, so congratulations if anyone caught the recent bounce in SLP. We'll see if it continues to run away or if we get a pullback, might give us an entry into SLP. So again, you can hear our discussion, our previous due diligence on SLP via the bonus link in the notes. Shutterstock, another one we've traded profitably in the past. This popped up in a query as getting close to a support level again. So it's coming back down. We'll see if that gives us another opportunity to get back into Shutterstock. You can hear our thesis on Shutterstock, SSTK via the link to the video in the notes. Also, we're watching treasuries. We saw yesterday all the treasuries are kind of bottoming, been kind of choppy at the bottom. Might be when they start to swing back up, might be a good opportunity to add to our position in TMF or enter a position TLT. And we'd be watching for a bottom in TLT in the 52-week low is about 87.34. You can hear discussions of a variety of ETFs you can use to trade treasuries via the link to the video in our notes. Now you can also watch our bullpen stocks in near real time in the bullpen sheet of our watch list Google sheet. So again, we've got support and resistance, buy at, sell at price targets. See the risk reward profile. You see who's moving up or down at any given point in time, who's attractive, support resistance, risk reward profile is attractive at the time. Also earnings dates, dividend information, etc., optionality, PEs. So if you want to choose one that's cheaper versus more expensive, and also their ATRs. And again, you can watch these in near real time in the bullpen sheet in our watch list Google sheet, which you can also get access to by joining our Patreon. So if I quickly look at our bullpen stocks in Webull, get a nice feature of Webull is you can have all kinds of different watch lists, so we can quickly flip to our bullpen watch list in Webull. So here's AEHR, again, AEHR test systems. See, it was trending down, looks like it bounced. So we'll see if it rejects off that resistance level, if we get an opportunity to enter. Looks like that low 10 area is pretty attractive. It's been significantly lower in the past. So if that support doesn't hold, then we'll wait for a lower entry. Again, BITI is the short on Bitcoin. Again, we'll watch for test rejection off of the Bitcoin futures at 100,000. It did look like it was trending down. Just to show you a quick feature, another feature of Webull is I have a cryptos watch list also. This is the spot price, not the future price. So we see it looks like it didn't quite reach 100,000. Looks like it's slowly trending down right now. So you can watch the spot price in Webull as well using BTC USD. So HIMX Technologies. Again, we can see this bottom. It was trending up. We made a nice profit on that previous swing, swung back down, rejected near that resistance level. Looks like it's basing pretty well around, this 525 level. Previous lows around 5 or so. So we'll see where it bottoms, and if it swings back up, we might take HIMX Technologies again, another Taiwanese semiconductor-related company. Again, we didn't get a whole lot of movement off the NVIDIA earnings, so we'll see if that swings back up. Again, Land had bad earnings, trailed down below 12, popped back up, tested that pivot point. And we'll see if it comes back down just below 12, if that's a stable bottom. SOP, again, we see it swung up late last week. So again, congratulations to anyone that caught that update or caught it in our watch list and was able to benefit from that surge in SOP. Looks like it might reject off that resistance level. So again, protect your profits, but it was a nice short-term scalp, short-term trade in SOP. Again, we'll see if it rejects and comes back down. If so, we'll take a shot at SOP. I've also got it in our puts Google sheet, so another way to trade it via puts. If it continues to run away, then we'll just take it out of our bullpen. Again, Shutterstock, another one we made a nice profit on the previous run up. See it peaked out, rolled over, came back down. So we'll see if this just below 29 seems to be a low. So it did pop up also late last week. So again, we'll see if we get a little bit of a pullback, be able to get an entry point in Shutterstock. Again, congratulations to all of our BeachBum traders that made profit on that previous swing on Shutterstock. Again, TLT, Treasuries. Again, we saw in the futures as well, been very choppy, basing. Again, TMF is a leveraged ETF, so it will decay in this chop. So I don't recommend jumping in until we get an upward trend, at least into the leveraged ETF. We want to see it trending up so we can benefit from the leverage rather than suffer from decay from that leverage. Or you could just enter TLT, which is unleveraged. So I hope that helps. Welcome, Ellen Krantz. Thank you for joining us. You're doing well. Okay, I'll come back to this honorable mention if we do have time. We talk about our shopping list stocks, and we always recommend you have your list of shopping list stocks ready for any irrational reactions in the markets, be it to earnings, sympathy plays based on earnings, and or just pullbacks in the market. Couple caveats, although again, none of our content should be considered financial advice. We're not financial advisors. All of our content is for education and entertainment purposes only. And we still have pretty high interest rates and will for some period of time. So that will put pressure on money-losing companies, particularly zombie companies. So we recommend avoiding those, zombie stocks, zombie companies, zombie ETFs. And if you want to know more about what that means, you can access those videos in the notes. Also, we've been talking that we're now in the period of early tax loss harvesting or tax loss selling. So companies that are significantly down for the year may be vulnerable to tax loss harvesting. Again, if you're not familiar with that terminology, how that works, you can access the videos about what is tax loss harvesting and how it works, and also what is the wash sale, which defines the window in which you can't buy back a stock or you lose your tax loss harvest benefit. So again, big money losing companies are potentially vulnerable, so I would watch out for those that are down a lot for the year, as they may continue down through the remainder of the year due to tax loss harvesting. So I hope that helps. Also, if you're concerned about the solvency, the financial health of a company, whether it's a biotech or any money-losing company, you can calculate the quarter's cash flow positive for those companies using our biotech due diligence Google Sheet. Again, not just necessarily a biotech, but any money-losing company. See how many quarters they may have before they run out of cash, and either have to do an offering, issue debt, again, any kind of dilution, or file for bankruptcy. And again, we're seeing more companies, having to file for bankruptcy. So you don't want to be vulnerable to that, as they will get delisted. So you can also now watch our shopping list stocks in the shop list tab in our watch list Google Sheet. You see land is attractive. We added that to our bullpen as well. Got some other REITs, Stag, OTC that we watch. MSB for steel, MP for rare earth materials, uranium, oil, USOI, dividend payer on oil. Wheat we added recently, so we can watch wheat in our shopping list. Variety of mega caps, some yield maxes, APLY, TSLY, etc. So I hope that all helps. Okay, let me grab a drink and we'll look at also dividend payers. So if anyone in the chat has a particular dividend payer you want to take a look at, throw those tickers up in the chat. We can take a look at those in our dividend payers Google Sheet. Okay, in addition to our swing trading stocks, we can use dividend payers to generate income while we wait for our swing trading stocks to set up. We use our dividend payers Google Sheet to create our schedule of the dividend payers with the risk reward profile, the yield, be it nominal or adjusted yield with price appreciation, to identify the dividend payers that we might like to hold, collect dividends on, again, generate income. And you can do likewise. You can get access 24/7 access to our dividend payers Google Sheet by joining our Patreon. I don't have any changes, updates to our dividend payers for this week, but I do have one that I'd like to look at in a little bit of do a little bit of due diligence in. That's this VOC. This popped up as a multiple bottom in FinViz on the 21st. So I wanted to share a little bit of the due diligence on VOC very quickly. So we can do a find in our dividend payers Google Sheet. So here's VOC. See right now, actually the Google Finance functions on the pricing on VOC and from the Google Finance functions is not accurate. I don't know why, but it is not. It's an oil and gas exploration company. So we do have the dividend information. So you can see it's got a nominal yield of about almost 15%, 14.5. Net yield is very negative, pays a quarterly dividend, about 18 cents. Last ex-dividend was October 30th. The support and resistance levels, again, there's pricing and the Google Finance functions not very accurate, so we'll look at their chart in FinViz. So Energy Trust, oil and gas company. See, it's down around 5. You can see it's got this multiple bottom around 475 or so, and last ex-dividend 1030. So it's been chopping around on that moving average. See the PE is very low, 6.5, no debt, so that looks very positive. It is optionable, not super large cap, only 17 million shares, pretty low volume, so potentially pretty choppy. See what their profile. Interest from the net proceeds from the production and sale of oil and natural gas properties in Kansas and Texas. So potentially that might benefit from, again, the second Trump presidency. If oil companies are going to be doing more drilling, the drill baby drill. And this BOC owns properties already with identified oil and natural gas resources. So that might be a benefit, second Trump presidency for VOC. So if we look at their chart zoom out a little bit, see it's been significantly higher in the past, so it's pretty close to its bottom on the weekly chart. So if we zoom out further, has been lower, down to 2 or so back in 2020. Again, as high as 13 or so back in 23. So maybe 2, 3 down, 7, 8 up potentially. So pretty attractive risk reward profile. We'll look at their chart mill as well. So just a quick reminder, you can find links to ChartMill, FinViz, etc., the tools and resources we frequently use in the links section on our homepage, beachbumtrading.com, bum without the U. So again, if we go down and we open up ChartMill, look at VOC. See its growth's pretty poor, health's a little below average, dividends a little above average. So if we look at their fundamentals, 4 out of 10, so not great. Profitability is not too bad. Valuations a little low. Again, profitability's not great. Look at their Altman Z, health only 4. Growth kind of low. Valuation about average. Dividends a little above average. You can see their Altman Z. So it's not applicable. No outstanding debt, so that's kind of a positive. Look at the technical right now. 1 out of 10, so not great technical. Current setup, 6 out of 10. So currently, slightly attractive technical setup. Again, we saw that multiple bottom. Yeah, we see it's got a 14.5% yield. So again, if you're looking for something that might benefit from oil and natural gas properties, pays a 14.5% dividend. Again, it's performed pretty poorly for the year. So again, if you think it may perform better in the second Trump presidency, it might be a dividend payer that you find attractive. So let me know if you've held BOC as a dividend payer in the past, what you think of it as a dividend paying stock. If you think it would benefit from a second Trump presidency and therefore swing back up, have some price appreciation and get paid 14.5, 14.8% while you wait. Ricky Khan says he grabbed some NVDY. It's one of the yield maxes on NVIDIA. It's quick reminder, you can see many of the yield maxes at the top of our ad sheet. Again, most of these are pretty high. I was looking at AMD, AMDY. Again, I use the underlyings as a possible support level to determine entry points in the yield maxes. Again, we've been watching ULTY. That was another one we were watching, but I didn't get a entry point. And there's a NVDY on NVIDIA, TSOY. We like TSOY, APOY on Apple. So again, you can watch all those in the top of the ad sheet in our Dividend Payers Google Sheet, and you can find the distribution schedule for when these yield maxes are paying via the link to the distribution schedule in the reference sheet. RT's mentioning a couple, SCHG, SCHD. I don't know if we have those. I guess those are probably Schwab's. So I've got SCHY. Look at SCHG and SCHD very quickly. Schwab large cap. Let me see if I've done research on that before. May have. Nope. Got D, SCHD. So SCHG is on the Schwab large cap. See, it's pretty high. Looks like they recently did a split, 4-to-1 split. It's pretty low dividend. Net yield has performed very well, so price appreciation's been good. Again, based on a U.S. large cap growth. SCHD, dividend equity ETF. So it's also pretty high, performed pretty well. Again, 3.3. So again, more price appreciation than dividend yield. See the composition, Bristol Myers, etc. So pretty diverse. Actively managed. Major equity classes, sectors. So again, it's an actively managed fund. So you probably want to look at, who their current holdings are, how they rotate that, if that's going to continue to benefit you. So thank you for sharing those. Rikicon, MSTY, MicroStrategy, Yield Max. So yeah, I'm sure you got good price appreciation on that. So congratulations on those, RT. Glad you made a nice profit on SCHG and SCHD. So I'll leave our dividend payers open if anyone has any other dividend payers you'd like to look at. And we can see land we talked about. See, it only pays a small dividend, 5 cents, so it's less than 5%. It's much more attractive from a price appreciation standpoint, but we'd want to get it as low as possible, catch that swing back up. So again, more for price appreciation than the dividend. So again, I'll leave this open. IEF is looking somewhat attractive. Again, this is a bond fund, so pretty stable. IEF and IEI, a couple bond funds. Again, pretty stable. Only 3.5, 3.1 dividend. So one of the things I wanted to point out is I've noticed the money market rates have been dropping. So I think our Fidelity money market rate's only about 4.3 or so now. So a lot of these dividend payers get more attractive. So anything over The money market rate might be better to hold a dividend payer with a yield above that. Again, as long as you don't lose money on the price appreciation. See the BITI pays a 5% yield. So again, we'll wait for Bitcoin to swing back down, but we'll get paid a small dividend while we wait. So, and I'll leave this open if anyone wants to look at any other dividend payers. We can do that. Let's go on and talk about option strategies. You can see SRTY also pays a small dividend. SARK also had a special dividend end of last year. Another one I keep looking at is STM, waiting for it to kind of stabilize, waiting for the chart mill setup to improve on STM. Again, another semiconductor stock. Again, just waiting for a good support level, as it does have somewhat of an attractive small dividend. So again, more on price appreciation, but another one that I'm watching. Again, just as a reminder, we have a whole series of videos on how you can use our Dividend Payers Google Sheet to create your own schedule and find the best dividend paying stocks for you. And you can access that series of videos via the link in the notes and find them on our BeachBum trading channel. Let me grab a drink and we'll talk about options as well. Okay, in addition to dividend payers, we can also use several option strategies to generate income while we wait for swing trading stocks to set up. Firstly, we sell covered calls against our positions when they're going up, buy them back when they're coming back down, and we can use our covered calls Google Sheet to do what-if analysis on our covered call strategies. And again, you can get access to and also use our covered calls Google Sheet to do what-if analysis on your covered calls strategies by joining our Patreon. We recently did another example of using our covered calls Google Sheet to do what-if analysis on an end phase covered call, so you can hear our various uses of how to use our covered calls Google Sheet via the bonus links to the videos in our notes. Then we sell puts against stocks when they're going down, buy them back when they're going back up. And we use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to identify opportunities to sell and then buy back puts. And again, you can also get access to our puts ROIC Google Sheet by joining our Patreon. So some updates to our puts ROIC Google Sheet. I want to quickly go over. Firstly, I added SOX to our main watch list in our puts ROIC Google Sheet. Did this right before the NVIDIA earnings, thinking we might get some volatility. SOX is the leverage long on semiconductors. Thought we might get some volatility in semiconductors based on the NVIDIA earnings. So I put a sell out on the 25 strike price. I put it to sell out at the recent high at 450. This is a December expiration. We really didn't get that volatility yet in SOX, so that didn't hit yet. But again, we'll see if we get further downside in semiconductors, pick up a put in SOX, and then benefit from a future swing back up in semiconductors. So some updates. I mentioned I lowered the strike price on Shutterstock from 30 to 27.50. I canceled our sell that we had at 30. Shutterstock was trending down. I do have a buy of shares out on Shutterstock. I think it's at 28.89. 28.88 seemed to be a support in the level 2. I probably got spooked out of that. I saw somebody had a big order, they pulled it, and then it trended up. So I probably shouldn't have canceled my order, and I put it back in at 28.89. I may put the sell back in on that put as well, but right now I didn't want to double my share count with a long share order and a selling a put. So I did, again, it broke down below 30, so I lowered the strike price on Shutterstock down to 27.50. We have time. I'll come back and I'd like to do some due diligence on some of the ones we've recently added to our puts ROIC Google Sheet, so BBWI and MED, but I'll come back to those if we have time. Just a quick reminder, we've also got a whole series of videos on how you can use our puts ROIC Google Sheet titled Option Strategies for Beginners with Examples, so you can access that via the link in the notes. And then we have a whole playlist of videos on how you can make money trading options, so you can access those videos also via the link in the notes, or find the options playlist on our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. We'll take a quick look at our puts ROIC Google Sheet. So RT is sharing several other new yield max dividend payers. So yeah, they keep coming out with more. So as they get some history, we'll add those to our dividend payers Google Sheet. Thank you for sharing that information, RT. So if we get back to our puts ROIC Google Sheet, again, I've still got to sell out on Intel at 20. Again, it hasn't really broken down significantly. I've got to sell out at 315, give me a 12%. But again, I'm just waiting for a dip in Intel. And we talked about SARK sell. So we can see the 52-week highs at about 450, and not a whole lot of movement in SARK sell. At that 139, it's only about 2.6. At 450, it's 13%, so a nice return if we get that put at 25. Again, I've still got one on SRTY at 245 for about a 7.9. In series, it was trending down a little bit, but hasn't broken down significantly. I've got that at 23. So again, not a great ROIC right now, but if it does break down further, we'll pick up a put on SRTY. Boeing getting a little attractive, but not significant ROIC. Talked about Dollar Tree and Dollar General. Again, I'm not real hip on the dollar stores. I think they're probably going to continue trending down, but if you want to scalp some puts on Dollar Tree right now, they're about 5%. Could go as high as 550 or more. Moderna, we talked about recently. Again, right now at about 4.2. Again, negative sentiment right now in healthcare, vaccine stocks at 350 or near the 52-week high. Just that. Be about 8%. So again, if you're interested in scalping puts on Moderna, I get a decent ROIC. I still have, we sold a put against Nextera at 1750. Right now, it's still a little above its break-even price. We'll see if we get assigned those. Again, another one you might look at opportunities to scalp puts on next year energy. SLP we talked about, and I've got to sell at the 30 strike price, 330. It's been trending up in the past couple days. Also, some of these, they just don't have a lot of trade volume, so that's sat there for a while. Just hasn't hit, so also be aware, look at the volume, the open interest of the puts. Make your decisions based on those. Again, some of these just don't trade a whole lot. So again, if you'd like us to do our research on additional puts, add it to our automated systems, add it to our puts ROIC Google Sheet, just let us know the ticker, the strike price, the expiration, etc. We can plug that into our automated systems, collect the options data, update our puts ROIC Google Sheet with those, and then you can use that information to hopefully help you make money trading put options. So if anyone else has any other put options you want to take a look at right now, please let me know. Otherwise, I'd like to go back very quickly and do some quick due diligence on a couple of the other ones we've added recently. Again, we added BBWI. So you can see the put option we have at 25, and not a great ROIC right now. And even at the 52-week high, it's only 2.4%. So even though that one popped up in this ROI seller tool, option seller ROI tool, at the support level we identified, not a real great ROI right now. But I did want to look at that company just briefly. So Bath and Body Works. See it recently bottomed, trended back up. Looks like their earnings November 25th. So again, be aware of potential risk due to their earnings. Last time they beat a little bit on EPS, missed on revenue. So that was kind of the bottom right after their earnings, trending back up. So again, we put the put down at 25, so below the 52-week low. See, the PE is pretty low, 7.4. Obviously, it's optionable. It does pay a small dividend. Retailer, so if you think they might benefit from the holiday season, fragrances, etc. So if we look at them in chart mill very quickly, actually, if I look at their longer term chart quickly, see plenty of potential upside in the past, been in the low high 50s, so not quite a double. In the low 80s in the past, so but significant risk, so down as low as 10. Does look like that mid 20s is a potential support level. Look at them in chart mill. Bath and Body Works. So growth below average, health below average, valuations very positive, profitability is very positive. Get their fundamentals, 6 out of 10, so not bad. Again, profitability, valuation, again, very profitable. Altman Z 2.45, not great, but limited risk of bankruptcy. Look at their technicals right now, 2 out of 10, so not great right now. Setup though is pretty good, 7 out of 10. So again, if you're interested in Bath and Body Works, you might think they might benefit from the holiday season. Again, they've got earnings on the 25th, so tomorrow. So possibly, an irrational reaction to earnings, possibly an opportunity to sell some puts, or again, if you want to pick up the shares and swing that. If you like the concept of Bath and Body Works, I think they're a retailer that's going to benefit from the holidays. It might be of interest to you. So let me know your thoughts on Bath and Body Works as a company. It's an opportunity to scalp, sell and buy back puts or hold shares. What do you think? What's been your experience with the stock, with the company, etc.? The other one I wanted to quickly look at is MED. So again, another one we recently added to our puts ROIC is MED at a 15 strike, December expiration. So if we quickly look at them, here's MED, pretty low premium right now, had a high at 221. So at 221, have pretty good ROIC, 11%. You look at them in FinBiz. I thought this was MedFast, which is a urgent care facility that we've used here in the past. That was pretty positive. That is not who they are. So it's MedFast. So it's personal services. See, it showed up as a multiple bottom. It's been bottoming for quite some time. Recently had earnings. They beat. They were estimated to be negative, came out positive, beat on revenue, and it got a little bit of a pop, but it's still been basing for quite some time. PE is a little high. That's not too bad. Obviously, it's optionable. Pretty low. Shares outstanding, 10 million or so. Not too bad of volume. So if we look at what they do, lifestyle solutions, healthy habits, bars, bites, pretzels, puffs, so food, snacks, healthy snacks. So net income was negative, went positive the last quarter, so that's somewhat positive. EPS went positive. Their revenue's been declining though. We zoom out on their chart a little bit. They've been pretty low, pretty flat for quite some time. So it looks like it's really bottoming, been trending down for a very long time. So if we look at them in chart mill as well, so health, very positive, growth pretty negative, valuation average, profitability average. Look at their fundamentals. Again, health's very positive. Overall, 6 out of 10. Valuation's a little low, profitability's pretty good. So health, very positive. Fault and disease, pretty good, not in any danger of bankruptcy. Look at their technicals, their setup. 1 out of 10, so pretty poor right now. Setup 5 out of 10, not great. Again, it looks like it's been basing for quite some period of time. So if you think they're a turnaround play, and they did beat on earnings last time, didn't really get much of a pop. Does look like it's wedging right now. So if you think that it's going to swing back up, turn around, might be something that's of interest to you. Also a possible opportunity to sell puts if those premiums improve. So we'll keep an eye on MED for either, a potential swing trade in the future, or selling and then buying back puts. So let me know if you've got any experience with Medifast, the company, the stock. What do you think about it as a swing trade candidate or candidate for, again, scalping puts? Love to hear your feedback. Again, please let us know in the comments below or in our Discord. Again, tag us in our Discord. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, we're BeachBum Trading, all lowercase, no other characters, symbols. Anybody else is an imposter, please ignore and report them. And we'd also love your feedback on what we can do to improve our weekly trading game plans, any of our other videos, tools, our Google Sheets, our community, etc. We really need your feedback on what we can do to help add more value for all of our BeachBum traders. We hope that you like this content. Please smash the like button. Help us try to get this, the YouTube algorithm to someday show us some love and share our content with other traders. Help us continue to try to build our BeachBum trading community. Again, we'd really appreciate it if you'd also invite your fellow traders to join us in the Discord and our live chats. Also repost our content on your social media sites. We're not great at social media or marketing, and we could really use and would greatly appreciate your help in all those ways to help keep growing our BeachBum trading community and adding values for the mutual benefit of all of our BeachBum traders. So thank you to everyone that joined us in the chat today, everyone that's watching after the fact. Greatly appreciate your support and participation. Also, we again want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving from the BeachBum Trading family. Hope you have a great trading week during Thanksgiving week and going forward. And we look forward to seeing you back again next weekend for our next weekly trading game plan, 10 a.m. Saturdays and Sundays. And again, thank you all and have a great Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving week.